Good morning, leaders. I am going to focus on this week's message on communications, those things that should automatically become natural to us. But before we do, I just want to re-emphasize a few things as leaders that we should be cognizant of. That's starting with a positive, the good things we can share, being genuine, because people can pick up on that. So I think that's critical. So what are those basic things we can keep in front of our employees? What is that safety performance, corrective actions, any open, any new, the things we're doing to accomplish, to build confidence within our team? Is there any tools or things they need to do their jobs correct and safe, most importantly? So with that in mind, what are those things we can do? Well, let me first start with this. There's been a true emphasis lately that everyone should be aware of, and that is on the language barriers. Okay, so what do I want to tell you in reference to that? I want to tell you that we should have, and always usually a best practice is to have somebody internal who is, if they're Hispanic and they can translate from English to Spanish with their peers, that would be a logical choice, someone that they trust within their culture. So therefore, please keep that in mind, because there's a real true emphasis on that right now regarding OSHA. So hopefully that helps. If you got any questions, give me a call. Those things that automatically we should do as leaders to be successful. Number one, we should create an atmosphere that employees are comfortable, that they're allowed to give feedback without retaliation. Critical with safety. There's a thing out there that's called retaliating against an employee because for whatever the reason they're bringing up a safety concern. So that's number one. Number two, we need to be decision makers. Somehow, some way, we got to make things happen. And that's building and inspiring our team to do the right stuff and to share those things that we accomplish. Three, communicate expectations. Leaders, I believe, are great communicators. We need to remind our teammates what are the core values and how are they doing against those core values to help build their morale and confidence. But if there's that realignment that needs to be done, we need to look at those things we can build upon and change those behaviors. Challenge people to think. You've heard me talk about lessons learned. Get employees to start sharing some of those lessons learned, if you will, in safety. It's just a good thing to do for all of us. And you'd be amazed at what happens. But we got to get people engaged. It's just a good way to do it. And the fifth thing I want to talk about today is accountable. We need to be accountable to those above and those below. And that's just an absolute critical thing. So how do we do it? Trying to build off those positive, proactive things that they're doing right and not turning our cheek the other way. That's what's really critical. And those are the five I wanted to share today. And that concludes my message for the week. And I just want to wish all of you a great, but most importantly, a safe week. Take care.